Hello and welcome. You are listening to the At Home with Ifeno podcast. This podcast is for anyone, male and female, who believes that the home is the cornerstone and foundation of a flourishing society and a better world. Here, we'll guide you through the intricate journey of building a home that's not just a physical space. Whether you are single, preparing to share your life with another, a couple cultivating a shared dream, or parents tending to the garden of their children's hearts. Every other week, we'll talk about topics like practical tips on managing family finances, creating a beautiful home, conversations on courtship, marriage, parenting, and much more. The At Home with Ifeno podcast offers a rich tapestry of inspiration and support. Join us as we explore creating homes where love resides, families thrive in wisdom, and the seeds of a brighter future are sown, just as God intended. I am your host, Ifoma Nneka Omoniyi. Hello, and welcome to At Home with Ifeno. Wow, it's another day filled with expectations, filled with so much possibilities. I start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are connecting with us globally. How are you today? You know what? It's the very last Friday in the month of August, and it's a great day to be thankful, to be, there's so much that we can do today. But I just want to encourage you, my dear listeners, even if you feel there's nothing to be grateful about, I want you to be grateful that you are alive. If you can hear me, if you can, move your body, if you can see, if you can hear, if you can walk, those are enough reasons to be grateful for today. So shake off that sadness, shake off that disappointing attitude, and know that for the fact that you are alive today, it's enough for you to be in the celebration mode. Yes. I trust God that you and your family are doing well, your children, your husband, your wife, your siblings, your parents, your friends, your loved ones, whoever you are connected to. That is what a home is all about. It's the people that we are connected to that make up that atmosphere of being at home. So welcome to At Home with Ifeno podcast once again. And today's episode promises to be interesting and insightful for my constituency. Yes. Those who are stay-at-home moms, today I have a word of encouragement for you to be inspired, not to give up, even when it doesn't look like anybody notices the efforts you put into your home. Don't worry, your harvest is coming. Yes, your harvest is coming. And even if you are not a stay-at-home mom, whatever you are doing that makes you feel you are unseen, it's just a season, and in due time, you will be rewarded for the effort you are putting in wherever you are, in your office, in your business, in your home. Just know that God is not unjust. He will reward the positive efforts we are making in the right direction. So my topic for today is what I have tagged unseen but impactful, your work at home. Unseen but impactful, your work at home. So many times as stay-at-home moms, we feel that our efforts are not appreciated. Ifeno has felt like that. I felt like that, and I just want you to know that that was one of the reasons that inspired me to start the podcast. Yes, I just had that nudge that there were more people like me that felt unseen, that felt not appreciated as we thought we should be, because we are putting so much back at home, and because nobody sees those little details and things we might do. Sometimes we feel what we are doing is not impactful. But today's topic says unseen but impactful, your work at home. So you don't need to be seen to know that you are making impact. Wherever you are and you feel that nobody notices you, one person that I want you to know notices you is God. And he's the ultimate rewarder. And is that not why we should actually put in the best? Because he will see everything we are doing. So I just want you to take your sweet spot, your tea, coffee, water, get into that mode of no distractions, your writing pad, whatever it is. And if you are still doing some work as a stay-at-home mom, don't worry, you can give us your listening ears as you do the laundry, as you do one or two things. Just give us your listening attention, and it promises to be an encouraging time to inspire you to keep at your work at home, because it is impactful, even though it's unseen. Okay, so whether you are wiping counters, whether you are changing diapers, whether you are cleaning tears, whether you are folding piles of laundry, whether you are trying to settle disputes between your children, between siblings, today I want you to know that your work may be unseen by the world, by people around you, but it is deeply impactful. Yes, it is touching destinies, it is shaping futures, it is touching the hearts of your home. So I have shared today's focus to 5 different parts, and I'll take them one by one. So the first part I want to talk about is the myth of just a mom. The myth of being just a mom. So sometimes you just hear some of us as stay-at-home moms, we say, I'm just a stay-at-home mom, I'm just a housewife, and you and I know that yes, the world and the society might not really see us as people that are doing something important. It could seem insulting at times. Yes, it could seem that what is the big deal about what you are doing at home? Because sometimes society, underestimates the unseen emotional load we might carry, the spiritual and even the physical investments of labor that we pour into our families every single day. But I have come to remind you, dear listener, who is a stay-at-home mom in particular, that you are not just a mom, you are not just a housewife, you are not just a cleaner or a cook or a nurse. You are not just a counselor or a comforter. You are not just a teacher. You are not just a spiritual coach. You are not just the operations manager of your home. Guess what? You are the home CEO of your family. Yes. You are the home CEO. Wow, what a great title. Have you gotten my book titled The Home CEO? 7 Keys to Finding Fulfillment as a Homemaker. If you haven't, please make sure you get it. It's a book that you will keep going back to, you will keep reflecting on. Even if I know the author, I still go back to it, especially the reflective questions. Those questions are questions that you look at yourself from time to time to know what might be going on in your life, and for you to know that you are making progress. It might not be perfect, but little steps every day amount to an impactful life through the work you are doing at home. The world may not see this as I am describing. Yes, There may be no promotions, there may be no employee of the month, there may be no plaques or salary alerts, but in your children's lives and in the life of your spouse, and most importantly, in the eyes of God, your work is building futures. Your work, dear stay-at-home mom, you are building a legacy. So don't see yourself as just a mom. That's a myth. You are more than just a mom. And from God's perspective, you are royalty. You are worth to be encouraged, to be appreciated. If no one appreciates you, know that Ifeno is cheering you on here. And most importantly, God sees every effort you put into the work at home. The second segment I would like to highlight for stay-at-home moms today is the invisible seed. The invisible seed through the work you do at home. When you plant a seed, you really don't know what is going on in the soil, do you? No. Inside that soil is dark. You can't really say what is going on. But after a while, you see that seed that you sowed into the ground, it starts coming up. There's this shoot through the green leaves that sprout out. That is how the work we do, the unseen work we do at home as stay-at-home moms look. It looks like an invisible seed, a seed that is not seen, a seed that is germinating, and we don't see the results immediately. Let me share a story about a stay-at-home mom. Let's call her Ngozi. So Ngozi is a stay-at-home mom with her children, and she left a promising degree and career. Yes, she has a degree and left a promising career. And for years, Ngozi kept feeling invisible. No one asked Ngozi about her day. No one noticed the effort she put into creating structure for her children, the values she was teaching them, and the love that she expressed back at home. Fast forward till today, Ngozi's daughter became a youth leader in their church. Her son, who was almost, distracted and taking a way, of course, to a different path from what would have been his story as a young teenage boy, to follow his peers that were living negatively. He didn't follow such pressure, so he decided to yield to his mom's advice. And on a special event, the children were allowed to speak about how their life has been, their journey, and their testimony was that their mom was their example. They said, our mom is our example. For a moment, Ngozi, then realized that, the effort she has been putting, the talking, occasional shouting, correcting, was something powerful. Her work was invisible that time, that unseen effort that she was putting. But today, it has yielded a visible fruit. And that is the story behind the seed that seems to be invisible. The work we put into our home. Your work may be unseen, dear home CEO, dear stay-at-home mom, but know that as long as you are putting in that effort, it is making impact. It will take time for us to see the fruit. It will take time for the harvest to come. But know that the invisible seed you are sowing today is impactful and is building a legacy already. The third part I would like to inspire my stay-at-home moms is the emotional load that stay-at-home moms carry. Is a huge one. Being a stay-at-home mom is more than chores. Many people think it is just about cleaning the house, cooking, shopping, taking care of the children, making sure everything is in order. No, it goes beyond that. There is an emotional input that many stay-at-home moms that are intentional are putting into their home. As a stay-at-home mom, you are the one that would notice, mood swings and changes in your children's life. You would be the one to anticipate the things that they need even before they ask. As a stay-at-home mom, you know that your husband, your spouse, is also part of the people that you cater for. And you manage the entire emotional state of your home. You are the one that brings, a sense of peace, of calmness, especially in times when there's a lot of tension back at home. Through the place of prayer, through the place of counsel, all these are part of what it takes to be a stay-at-home mom that is intentional and putting in the work and effort. This emotional weight could be heavy at times. Sometimes it makes it look as if you are a superwoman, but you are not, and you need to be wise. It can be exhausting. Yes, it will be tiring, because nobody is clapping for you. Nobody might be encouraging you. But I want to remind you today that God sees it all. God sees everything you are doing at home, dear stay-at-home mom, and do not grow weary in the good you are doing, the effort you are putting into your home, that emotional load, that even when you might not be feeling well, you still take care of every other person's needs. The third area I would like to also speak to my stay-at-home moms today is what you call productivity. Reframing productivity and your worth as a stay-at-home mom. In a world where visibility is idolized, yes, everybody wants to be seen, everybody wants to be upstage, everybody wants to be holding the mic, to do the speaking and everything. Nobody wants to be unseen. But your quiet rhythms, dear stay-at-home moms, might make you feel unproductive. But this is where I want you to have a mindset shift. You need to shift your mind. You need to ask yourself who you really are, because your worth is beyond the work you do. Yes, you work, you do things, but your productivity as a stay-at-home mom, as a mother, is not about doing more and more and more. It's about doing what really matters most at that particular time at home. Yeah, sometimes you might want to make sure that you have finished with the laundry, you have done the dishes and everything in case your children are still toddlers or still nursing, you are still breastfeeding them. But sometimes you might just have to shelve those chores and give a listening ear to your daughter, your son, or just spend some bonding time with your little one. Dear stay-at-home mom, your value is not how fast you tick the boxes. It is in the faithfulness you show by serving your family in love. It is the way you take each area of your family as important when the time arises. It is not how much work you have done today. I just want you to think, what have you done today that may seem small but was meaningful? Productivity is not how large or the quantity of work you have done. It is doing what matters most per time. This is how I want you to reframe your productivity. Don't do so much that you get burnt out. In my book, The Home CEO, I remember that I said that if you don't take a break, you will break. Yes, it happened to me many, many years ago. I am still on that journey, but I am better than when I just started. You know, I was frequently falling sick because I just felt that I needed to do more. I needed to do more. And I remember my mom used to say, this work will not finish. The work at home, it doesn't finish. Oh, it is not like the people that are in the in the offices outside the house that can take breaks, that can go on leave. So we as stay-at-home moms, we need to know that our worth is beyond the quantity of work we do, and it has to do with reframing our mindset so that we don't get burnt out, so that we don't get injured by exhaustion and almost make us feel that we are not doing anything, because what we do most times seems to be unseen, but it is impactful. Now, I have a testimony about a stay-at-home mom, and I would just like to share what this stay-at-home mom shared with me. She said, there were days I felt I had lost myself in nappies and noise. But one morning, my daughter told me, Mommy, I love how you are always here for us. I love how whenever, we want to talk to someone, you are there for us. And this hits my dear listener seriously. She discovered that her presence mattered more than she thought. She felt that, I might not have a business card right now. I might not be building, a tech company right now. Those dreams are still there waiting for their manifestation. But today, as a stay-at-home mom, I am building lives. I am building destinies. I am building a legacy through the work that I do at home, though unseen, but impactful. So, dear mamas at home, you may feel unseen, but your children see you, your husband sees you, and they are all watching how you show up. So, as that woman that is intentional, you need to show up joyfully. You need to know that you are making an impact. Yes, you might not be seen by so many people. Yes, you might not be getting the awards and the accolades, but know for sure that very soon a bountiful harvest awaits you. Have you ever imagined heaven writing a resume of your life as a stay-at-home mom? What do you think will be said about the work you do at home? Maybe it will read that this stay-at-home mom prayed for her home. This stay-at-home mom spoke words of life to her home. This stay-at-home mom created an atmosphere of peace. And do you know what? That is enough powerful work to do. Don't get me wrong. The cleaning, the tidying up and all that is very important. Very, very, very important. So just to encourage my stay-at-home moms today, that there are days that will feel like you are just pouring and pouring, giving and giving, and yet it feels that nobody notices you. But let me assure you of this, dear stay-at-home mom. God sees your work, and your work matters. The work you do at home really matters. Your prayers, your presence, your patience. One of the things I've learned being at home has taught me is about patience. Ifeno is someone that likes things done timely, because I'm a very time-conscious person. But I've also learned that there are days when, even when you've done everything you know you should, some things might not just tick. You might not be able to tick that box, and that has taught me patience. So even when you are feeling like you are not seen, know that your work is recognized by God and your immediate family, even if no other person appreciates your efforts. You are not just building a home, you are planting into the hearts of your family. You are growing beautiful things into the lives of your children. So please don't wait for the applause of people or believe that the work you are doing is not important. That's a lie. Don't wait, for the promotion and for someone to tell you that you are someone of worth. Believe it. Know it for yourself because of who you are in God. You are already doing a great job in your kitchen, in the school runs, in the quiet moments when you choose to love and love again. Dear stay-at-home mom, just take a deep breath. Yes. Breathe in and breathe out and rest in this assurance and knowing that your work is impactful, even though it might seem unseen. The work you do in love is never wasted. You are shaping hearts. You are building a legacy. You are changing generations right from your home. You are seen, you are known, and you are deeply loved. Keep showing up, dear mama. Your faithfulness today is preparing a beautiful harvest for your tomorrow. Though unseen, your work at home is impactful. Thanks for joining us this week on the At Home with Ifeno podcast. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17 and on YouTube at Home with Ifeno podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch every new episode and leave us a comment so we can build a strong community. See you in 2 weeks' time.